are live. Go ahead and get this posted, and then we can get into this. Alrighty, we are live. Alright, still waiting for the games to kick off here. We've got Bertuccina, Kjetslayer, taking on Corazon, Sirko, the true crockpot captain. Both of these guys getting pretty impressive wins in their last round. Now we'll face off here today. Should be some pretty exciting games. Yo, Kjet, welcome to the stream. Yeah, so far we're still in the draft phase here. Bertuccina and Corazon Sirko. Other two fighters, Bigfoot got banned from Sirko's side, and Genie got banned from Bertuccina's side. Genie was Bertuccina's fighter, and Bigfoot was Sirko's fighter. Rest of the fighters are on screen. Bertuccina at the top, Sirko at the bottom. A lot of interesting opportunities in this one. Not a clear draft favorite in my opinion, but I haven't really analyzed it yet. Could go either way, honestly. I mean, my instinct says I like Sirko's side here, but we'll see if that translates. A lot of it will depend on the self ban. To me, Bertuccina probably self bans Leshen here, if I had to guess. Self ban Sinbad. Maybe. Actually, don't know how the Leshen Donnie game goes off the top of my head. Sinbad has game into Raf, but yeah, Drac is pretty rough for him. Winnable, but pretty brutal. Donnie one feels really bad. I not 100% on that one, but that feels pretty rough for Sinbad. Your Achilles is of course completely fine here if you're Bertuccina. I mean, you're getting an even game with Drac and Donnie, and you're pretty winning into Raf in my experience. So I don't think you get rid of Achilles. Leshen is the more interesting one. I think Raf can handle Leshen, which is scary. Donnie into Leshen, I don't know. But I can imagine a big combo turn could be pretty annoying. And Donnie's defenses are honestly really good, so maybe not as scared of Leshen. Although no during combat cancels is maybe a little bit difficult. Looks like Bertuccina has decided on something. I mean, it's either Leshen or Sinbad to me. Curious why Sinbad over Leshen. I say curious, I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion in either way. I think Sirko's self-ban here is a little bit more tricky for me. I mean, I would think you keep Raph, but amongst the other two, I'm not 100% sure. It looks like Bertuccina changing his mind here. By the way, Sirko has map for game one. Welcome, Exile. Self-ban Raph for Corazon, really? I mean, the Achilles match sucks. Sinbad is evenish in my experience. Leshen one I thought was pretty decent for Raph, but um, I'm guessing that's the argument. Is it you don't like the Leshen side? Or you don't like the Raph side into Leshen? Definitely an important self-ban here. Whatever they decide to go with. Alright, Bertuccina has redecided on a pick. I mean, the recommendations are what you guys say: ban Sinbad and ban Raph. So we get Achilles Leshen up against Donnie Drac. Could be interesting. Let's see what they do. Sirko's made a decision. Or at least, mostly made a decision. Or maybe not. Bertuccina taking his back again. This is a... I think it's not super clear on either not to self-ban as Achilles. And, I mean, I probably wouldn't self-ban Drac if I'm Corazon. Other than that, the door is wide open. No Crane gameplay this time. All in the classical fighters. Okay, we have a decision. Okay, Achilles self-ban and Donnie self-ban. So the Donnie one I can see. The Achilles self-ban, pretty surprising to me. Sirko does have map for game one. But Achilles I really liked into Raph, and Achilles is pretty even into Drac. And I'd say even into Donnie, so very interesting there. So we'll have Bertuccina's Sinbad and Leshen up against Corazon Sirko's Dracula and Raphael. I mean, this feels like advantage Corazon to me, but we will see. If I had to choose a side here, I think I would choose the draft side, personally. Side note, by the way, Drac has been a kind of sneaky good pick in this format. I mean, he's not like a first round pick, but I've seen him have a lot of success. Okay, game one, we're going to have Raf Sinbad. Like I said, Corazon's map, so we'll see Raphael probably getting a decent map here into Sinbad. I think this one's pretty even overall. I think it can go either way. On Raf's map, definitely don't mind the Raf side at all. If it was Sinbad's map, you could be a little bit in trouble with like a move 5. We'll see Santa's banned immediately. I mean, usually you just kind of, you think banning Thrilla, you think banning Globe, if you're trying to ban like the small maps here as Sinbad. Maybe there's another one. Maybe you don't really like Hanging for some reason. Or you don't like Azuchi. Those could be there. Yeah, ban Thrilla. Makes sense to me. Probably what I would go with. I mean, as Raf here, you have options. I mean, I don't even mind, like, Monastery even is not terrible. Interesting. So Raf going with the big map here. Going with McMinnville. Or, no, okay. Accidentally dragged McMinnville. Gonna go with Xingjiang Monastery here. That makes a little bit more sense. I mean, maybe there's a world you take McMinnville for some reason. I personally, I don't know why you would as Raf here. I don't think you really want to be on a big open map. Yo, what's up, Mitosis? Welcome to the stream. Okay, let's get this set up like this. We have got some pretty nice matchups, I think. Raf vs Sinbad here, game 1, and the other fighters are Leshen and Dracula. I should say Leshen and Sinbad for Bertuccina, and Raf Drac for Corazon Sirko. Both of these guys, by the way, I think very, very good players. We should see some pretty high level on match today. Excited for this one. I've been hyped for this one all week, actually. Probably hyped for this one, second only to, well, maybe third. We got Monty and Aroy taking on each other tomorrow. And then, of course, I'm excited to see who my next opponent is, either Butterham or Hammer. Best of luck to both of them in their match whenever they play it. Probably today. I think today's the deadline for most matches. Alright, finally getting into it here. Sinbad, of course, going first, Raf going second. It was Raf's map here. And let's get to the games. On this map, I think this is a really even match in my opinion. I do think it could go either way. I think if Raf gets a bunch of relentlesses, especially early, it's going to be annoying. I mean, that's usually what happens with Raf, but especially in this match, just not having to spend cards is so nice. Keeping your big value blocks, keeping your cancels for the end game. Oh boy, Raf mulliganing out of a hand of all reds, that would have been pretty tough for him. I mean, who's to say Sinbad, boosts in, but yeah, you need some defense against Sinbad. Sinbad's game plan is pretty straightforward. Just go in, hit over and over again. Alrighty. And here we go. Looks like we should be getting ready to start here. Alright, and Bertuccina going to maneuver here with Sinbad. And probably just double maneuver if I had to guess. Yeah, and just try to wall things off. I mean, you're just all about pressure, I think, in this game as Sinbad. There's no reason not to bring a little bit of heat. Staying 3 spaces away just to not give Casey an easy, opportunity. And Rafters backing up, yeah. Totally fair there. Trying to force either a boost or probably more likely just a discard. Sinbad backing out here. Okay, gonna just double maneuver and double discard. Probably a voyage in there to up the movement. Yep, you do see a voyage discard. It's the movement voyage, and also a porter card. I don't think Sinbad really minds discarding here. I mean, Raf doesn't mind discarding here again. Oh no, I'm getting flashbacks to the last time I streamed one of Bertuccina's games, Bertuccina versus Steph, where the entire game was just double maneuvers. Riveting gameplay. Sinbad deciding to push up just a little bit. Come on, guys, we can interact. I believe in you. Sinbad is move 3. Might not use it here. Yeah, looks like we're going to go for the double maneuver again. Discarding riches and a porter card. And will Raf decide to boost in with somebody? Or just attack from range with Casey, to be honest, yeah. Kind of easy to forget sometimes that Casey is ranged. I mean, it's really, really nice for Raf. It's obviously a very important thing for him. But I mean, he really doesn't have so many scary things from range. It's always when he's melee, he gets that threat of the 6, and that's what makes him extremely valuable. Of course, he can play relentlesses and things like that, which help, especially late game when you know it can't be cancelled. Regroup defense. Okay, so Sinbad just trying to lose the combat there. But 2 damage, I think Raf is pretty happy with that, and just throw Sinbad far away. Porter's turn to move in and attack. Could be momentous, could be a commanding. Could be just like a random another regroup. I doubt it, but you'd overdraw. Could be some other kind of bait. Six value block, okay, slap shot defense. Oh, getting a little bit of ping here. Okay, offensive feint. Hoping to bait out the relentless. Solid idea. Casey avoids it. Casey trying to hit right back into Porter. Okay, and it is the 6 going into a leap away there, so 2 damage Porter's way. And no action gained here for the turtle. Casey attacking again. And this time it's a crowd control, so 1 damage, 2 damage actually to Porter and a draw, but notably no action gain. Group defense not bad there. I mean, of course, it could have been bad if it was another 6, but all in all, pretty solid. I mean, it would have had to been the last 6 anyways, and not thrown into Sinbad, so not so bad. And yeah, Sinbad maneuvering and attacking Raf here. Payback time defense. Okay, so 1 damage. We have, and then 2 more damage on top of that with the damage voyage. A pretty good interaction, I think, for Sinbad, and probably indicates Raf doesn't have a ton of good defense. I mean, only 4 cards in hand. I mean, he might have like a 5 block or a cancel he doesn't want to waste yet. Although, to be honest, if I had the cancel in hand, I would have considered it, just because the threat of, say, this deal 2 damage one or the random discard voyage could be pretty difficult. And yeah, Raf just double maneuvering. 17 cards in deck for Raf, 15 for Sinbad, now 14. This game definitely can go to exhaustion, but if it does, I think Raf has the edge significantly. Ooh. Okay, Casey just takes commanding to the face. Pretty good for Sinbad there, I think. I mean, Casey's almost played the last 6, which will really help. But okay, and there's another feint burned from Sinbad, and an action gained for Raf. Honestly, I think Raf's very happy with that. Not only do you still have another 6, but also your relentlesses are getting through, and your unbridled rage is going to be more of a threat. Yo, Montage, welcome to the stream, man. All right, looks like a scheme from Raf to do a little bit of ping damage. And I think debating on the last action here. You could attack again, but you're down in hand count, or you could try to maneuver, but then you know what Sinbad's going to do, just maneuver and attack. Okay, we'll get a Casey attack. Momentous defense. That's a pretty good interaction for Raf, honestly. And now you're not as worried about Casey dying. I mean, of course, you'd like to keep him around, but it's not super big. I mean, you've gotten 5 out of the 6 Casey cards played or discarded. It's pretty good. And Sinbad sending Porter in to do his dirty work here and attacking. And the cancel. I think Sinbad's pretty happy burning a cancel with a Porter card here. Montage, you're here for me. For me, Montage? Glad to have you here nonetheless. Double maneuver here from Raf, positioning Casey. I guess at this point doesn't care about Casey, just wants to prevent Sinbad from hitting him. I think Sinbad could boost with a 1 and hit him, or just send Porter after Raf as well. I imagine Raf could be struggling for defense. I mean, at this point, I think he's got some more, but defending with the cancel feels not so great into Porter. I kind of feel like it was either that or maybe take, and he didn't want to risk taking there. See what Sinbad decides to do. Maneuvers, as Sinbad typically does. Very, very well. Maneuver, attack. And looks like Sinbad will just attack Casey. Taking him out too, and getting the heal. Pretty solid. All right, Raph decided to go in. Raph has the hand advantage, so yeah, I like going into attack here. This could be a lot of things. I mean, it could be a relentless here. I mean, Sinbad's already played two feints. Um, could be okay. Yeah, could be like let's do this. Yeah, that makes sense. Now it's Raph, and you probably just maneuver. I don't think there's anything else you can really do here. Interesting with all the draw now, even on deck count, but Raph winning value, up by 3 cards total. And yeah, Sinbad, this is just going to be a maneuver attack, right? There's no world this isn't a maneuver attack. I mean, I guess you could double maneuver, but yeah, just throw Porter around. Why not move like 5 spaces, Sinbad things? I mean, this could definitely be like a momentous shift from Porter. Could be another random feint, offensive feint trying to catch a relentless. I don't really love that necessarily. Okay, yeah, it is a momentous shift and full block with the 5. I think a kind of a neutral trade there. I mean, Raph doesn't want to burn the 5s on too many things other than the voyages, but to be honest, like a momentous shift is just a 5 value attack anyway, so full blocking it is never really going to be a bad thing. Um, let's see what Raph decides to do here. I mean, Porter only at 2 HP, kind of a tempting target. Yeah, and he will just punch away at Porter. If Porter takes here, you're just okay. You just kill him probably. Yeah, turtle power. Interesting to burn the turtle power there. I mean, I think it's fair. It was trying to guarantee the kill, but it is less damage now going into Sinbad. So I think neutral trade here. Porter already got to play all of his cards, so he's just kind of a body blocking outpost. And Sinbad just double maneuvering. Raph maneuver boosting in, trying to put the pressure back on Sinbad. So far, a pretty even game. Still could definitely go either way. I don't know whose side I'd prefer. Probably the Raph side slightly here, but still a lot of damage left from Sinbad. Although no relentlesses notably have been played so far by Raph. Could be an offensive relentless here. I kind of doubt it though. Yeah, it's a turtle power into the toil and danger. And we see, okay, we see a light. Yeah, let's do this boost. So 3 damage, Sinbad's way. And Sinbad already played the heal voyage, so only 2 more possible health if he gets a voyage home off. And there's the first relentless, and it goes into a voyage, into the look at hand voyage. So 2 damage. Relentless gets shuffled back in first, and then Sinbad gets to look at the hand. Okay, and we see Raph does have some defense here. Sigh and 2 cancels, along with an unbridled rage. Enough that if Sinbad doesn't have a defense, that's just lethal. And Sinbad choosing to run away might not have very many defenses. If you're Raph, you can double maneuver here. You don't have any need to go in. Sinbad has to come to you. You're up in health and you're up in deck. And up in value just in general here, so. How is Drac Leshen? Terrible for Leshen? I believe it's Drac favored, yeah. Off the top of my head, I don't remember, but I believe it's Drac favored. We might get to see it later. Sinbad just going for the double maneuver here. Just backing away. I mean, Rav probably can't really get to him unless he wants to boost with, like, a big boost unbridled or something. I mean, you could have a 3 boost. I don't know if he has any left off the top of my head. Doesn't look like it. Both turtle power is gone. All the let's do this gone. So, only really the 4 value boost. Okay, and Raph just double maneuvering, getting rid of the Casey card. 5 cards in deck each. Sinbad, a lot of movement, still can't quite get to Raph. With a boost, could. He just needs 1 more movement. He's moved 6 right now. Or maybe I'm miscounting. Drac Leshen is even. Yeah, fair enough. That sounds believable to me. Okay, ooh, and a good interaction there for Sinbad. Regroup bait into the cancel. And now Raph will smack back. I mean, this could just be an unbridled. And if it is, I'm not sure what Sinbad can do about it. He has 1 more feint left, of course, but could be pretty dangerous here for Sinbad. Matos is asking what were the other options. We had Achilles for Bertuccina, who is self-banned, and ooh, wow, and that's just GG's. Hang on 1 second. Yeah, unbridled into the toil and danger, and that is a perfect amount of defenses discarded for a total nuke. The other fighter was Donatello, by the way, for Corazon Sirko, who was self-banned. But wow, man, Raph is disgusting sometimes. Good lord, an unbridled, what is that, 11 value attack? Nasty. Absolutely nasty. So, Corazon Sirko taking game 1. Getting the Raph win out of the way. And now we'll just have to get a win with Dracula, either into Sinbad or into Leshen. And to be honest, the Sinbad game is pretty Drac favored in my experience. So this could just be a 2-0, because I think you have to play Sinbad here next game, right? I mean, you want to play it with your advantage as opposed to playing without advantage there. That feels pretty brutal. I mean, we'll see what Bertuccina decides to go with, but so far, so good. And yeah, we will get Dracula versus Sinbad. I think that makes sense. I think it's the right call. I think Sinbad is the worse option as opposed to Leshen here. So it makes sense. And banning Santa's here and Technodrome from Dracula. Makes sense. Just ban the small maps. Techno, I mean, Techno's a fair ban. I think Techno's kind of inoffensive. I mean, Drac will have positions, so you're not really worried about that necessarily. Oh, okay, and he's maybe changing his mind going to ban Thrilla. I think Thrilla also makes a lot of sense. Raph doing Raph stuff, yeah. Yeah, that's just kind of Raph things sometimes with the unbridled nuke. Not really much you can do about that sometimes. And I think the big thing for Sinbad there is that he had to burn two feints pretty early. He burned one offensively trying to catch a relentless block, and then burned another one blocking a crowd control, I think. Uh, Never saw the last feint, I think, and that was enough to do it in because if you, I mean, it sounds kind of simple, but yeah, if you just don't have feint, you don't have an answer for the unbridled rage. And let's see where Sinbad decides to go here. Back to Monastery. Okay, so Sinbad Monastery uh, just lives here. Now Sinbad, though, going second. And very quick to put Porter on the board. Doesn't even care what's in his hand. See if we get to a game three here. I think it's possible. I think this match isn't unwinnable for Sinbad. I do think it's Drac favored, though. And that could be an issue. What's your game plan here for Sinbad, right? That's the question. Um, I think one thing is that Drac doesn't. You mean Drac? You always need to get rid of the sisters. The sisters are a problem. Not only are they, of course, great for body blocking, but they have very strong cards and are generally just a nuisance. But if you get rid of the sisters, Sinbad does have a lot of capability to keep attacking Drac, and Drac doesn't have the most defend my bidding, for instance, but they're not super large in number. So perhaps that's the win condition for Sinbad a little bit. And yeah, Drac just heading ahead, moving ahead, keeping the sisters back, and still staying 3 spaces away. And I guarantee we won't see another game like the start of the last one with the double maneuvers because Sinbad cannot afford to just sit around and do nothing. Drac will just win on exhaustion, on value. And if we get to an end game like that, it's if they get to play all their cards, Dracula will win. I mean, I guess maybe the Sinbad getting to play all the voyages is kind of nice, but and yeah, Sinbad just going for the double maneuver here early. Makes sense. No need to boost in to hit Drac. I wonder if there's a world here we get a Ravening Seduction for like 3 damage here early. Yeah, boosting the movement. I think we might actually get just that. At least going for the pin. See if he plays a scheme or if it's an attack. Yep, there it is. 3 damage Ravening. Uh, Brutal. And yeah, Sinbad just gonna try to get rid of these sisters ASAP. They are a problem. And we have a dash being played into an exploit, so one dash effect does nothing. And yeah, just throwing another X, keeping hand size, and getting rid of 2 sisters, not bad at all. but you are burning through your cards like crazy, and you kind of have to. They're burning through your cards like crazy. It's only two cards being played, but I mean, in terms of they're nice blocks. They're high value fours, and Drac just backing up with a maneuver. Yeah, I mean, Sinbad doesn't have any voyages played, so he's still only a move two fighter with really like move three or mostly three, but I guess he does have a boost two. And yeah, boosting in. And we'll smack Drac. I mean, Drac has a lot of options here. You can play a feint here. I mean, you can want to save those, of course, for the late voyages, but it'll keep Sinbad next to you, for instance. Okay, the heal voyage makes sense. Kind of neat for Dracula. Yep, definitely going to ping here. No reason not to. I don't think you're worried about Dracula about exhausting yourself here. I suppose it's possible, but it just pretty unlikely. Oh yeah, I forgot. Drac did take the one damage because no boost values on voyages. Forgive me on that. And Drac attacking beast form 4 damage. Do you have another one? Just attack again with beast form. I don't think you really want to end adjacent to Sinbad, so just maneuver away. Also, probably doesn't have another beast form. Two beast. Interesting. I'm trying to think about putting the sister to block. I don't love putting the sister adjacent to Sinbad so early. I mean, Sinbad's just gonna hit her. I don't think he really cares so much. It does mean that Sinbad has a hard time getting to Drac, but yeah, I mean, Sinbad you just attack. The deal 2 damage voyage is interesting. It's a lot of value committed. I mean, that's a 3 value attack with a 2 auto damage, essentially, burned on a sister. I get you want to play a voyage, maybe it's the only voyage in hand, but I don't love it. And Drac just gonna prey upon a little bit, deal a damage, get the heal. Regroup into exploit. A pretty solid interaction for Sinbad there. Nice little bait. And then just maneuvering away. If you're Drac here, I mean, you could attack Porter. I don't think you really need to. I think you can just maneuver. You can either double maneuver, maneuver scheme, maneuver attack Sinbad. Yeah, maneuver boost attack Sinbad. And there's an ambush. And pulling out momentous shift. No damage, but I think Drac's still pretty happy with that. Don't have to deal with a momentous. Sinbad losing more damage into an already difficult damage race form. Sending Porter in. Another exploit defense. I think kind of a neutral interaction there. I mean, Drac doesn't take damage, but Sinbad getting the draw, which at this point he needs to get to his cards. Drac pinging Porter and gonna smack him. I mean, there's a chance Porter here just. I mean, you need to defend him, I think, as Sinbad, but. And yeah, you do take. Just 2 damage there. Drac has a lot of these cards that are. I mean, this, I guess, in theory, could be a 5, but usually this ends up being a bait attack 2. Maybe a 3. Drac maneuvering, but now Sinbad closing in with Porter, trying to put a little bit of pressure. I mean, this is your out of Sinbad. Attacking, attacking. Ooh. And that is huge. Momentous shift taken by Dracula. He's got a lot of healing, but wonder if he is bricking on defense. And he will mist form here. Going next to both of them and, yeah, dealing 1 damage each with the Prey Upon, healing 2. Pretty solid interaction for Drac there. Maybe that's why he took the attack, said, you know what, I don't care. Whatever he can throw, I can heal. Sinbad still sending the Porter in and just trying to get away. No world Drac takes again, right? Right? He takes again. It's another momentous shift. Oh my gosh. Something might be happening here. He heals. I mean, he ping damage crazy. I mean, maybe he's just thinking about saving the defenses for Sinbad. Maybe there's a just making it a little bit more interesting for us here. He's a man of the people, putting on a show. And okay, just playing both. Says, I need more damage. I need you to hurt me so I can heal. And yeah, up to 9 HP. Punch a sister. Yeah, she takes 3 damage. I mean, only did 1 to kill, and Sinbad backs out. And yeah, Drac will play the Ravening, dealing 1 more damage to Sinbad, who is starting to fade pretty quickly in health. And starting to get to the point where the next beast form could be pretty lethal. I mean, beast form's minimum, what, 4 damage? So Sinbad can't take 2 more damage, or he's just dead. Bertuccina fighting for his tournament life here. Sirko, though, in control. Okay. Sister goes down. Movement. Voyage spent. Only 3 voyages so far spent from Sinbad, so a lot of value left there. But we also haven't seen any of the Do My Biddings. Cancels, by the way. He's got to have defense. He just chose to take. He's got... There's no world he doesn't have defenses. I think mathematically, by the way. He's got more than 6 defenses left. Drac is losing on exhaustion, by the way. There is that. He still has another mist form, though, and of course still with the beast form. Going to be difficult for Sinbad to survive without interacting. The heals voyage, so he has to get the voyage home off to get it back. And at this point, I think if Sinbad's attacking, it's going to be a Do My Bidding or a feint defense. So it feels unlikely. He's got 5 defenses left, and Sinbad only has 4 voyages. So voyage defenses left, the Do My Biddings and the feints that really hurt your chances of getting a voyage home off. And Drac just double maneuvering to center. Pointless cards. 4 cards left in deck for him, 8 for Sinbad, but I don't think that's really what matters here. Oh, deciding not to discard one of the Thirst for Sustenance, but instead discarding a Look Into My Eyes. Maybe like a subtle flex. I've got defense, I don't need it. I've got plenty of others. To be fair, Look Into My Eyes is a pretty crap defense on this one because of the Voyages with no boost value.